What's up, guys? Coach Vassar, thank you for joining me with OTF Audio Daily Beats. As always, if you're new, appreciate you tuning in. Listen to me talk about these workouts. If you have any feedback, let me know. If you find value in them, information is in the description to support me. We're breaking down Thursday, August 7th. This will also repeat on Saturday, the 23rd. We're going to see strength on the treads, power on the rower, and on the weight floor. As always, we'll talk about the 2G, talk about the 3G. So on the treads today, we're going to see three 6.5-minute tread blocks. Start each block by climbing up a hill, then drop your incline and see how much distance you can cover. The hill begins lower, inclines each block. Can you go farther? The rower is a repeat 200-meter all-out row. Your goal is to match or beat your time each attempt. On the floor, we'll prime the muscles in block 1. Focus on slow and explosive tempo in block 2. You'll need dumbbells for today, of course, and then weight floor. No benches, but if you need benches out for maybe as an option, great opportunity. For those of you doing marathon month, this is a day where they are supposed to clear out the screen multiple times. So I would encourage members to only log in when you start block 1. That way they don't have to do any math. Total time is going to be 22 minutes and 30 seconds for the tread to collect distance. As I said, 3 blocks. We're going to see 3 minutes of a hill, followed by flat road, 3.5-minute tread for distance. There's a 90-second recovery after each block. Each block is set up the same way. The hill should feel like a 3-minute push, and then when it goes to the flat road, there's a couple of different strategies. Okay, the goal is to maintain base on the hill. Power walkers, they'll start at a 5% incline or greater. Joggers and runners, it's at a 3% incline. Every minute, they are going to add 2%. So power walkers, 5, 7, 9. Joggers and runners, 3, 5, and 7. Okay. For the people on the bikes and striders, they recommend holding a push gear for those 3 minutes. So probably around 3 to 4 gears over their base. Okay. And the goal is to maintain base speed for the treads. Once they finish that 3-minute hill, they're going to hit clear screen, flat road, tread for distance. A couple strategies here. They could hold their base, focus on that physical recovery as they lose the incline, and then when they feel good, add speed to finish out that 3.5 minutes. The other way is, can they maintain a push throughout? So as soon as they get to the top of that incline, drop the incline, add some speed, and then get how far they can. Okay. How they approach that tread for distance is up to them, whether they do a progressive build, hit and hold, alternate, whatever. But after 3.5 minutes, check and remember the distance because they're going to try to match or beat it on blocks 2 and 3. Now, in block 2, same setup, but now the incline starts 1% lower. So power walkers, 4, 6, 8. Joggers and runners, they're going to see 2, 4, and 6. Because there's less incline, they might feel fresher going into that flat road tread for distance. At the same time, fatigue is a factor. So it might be a challenge to increase what they do. So matching the distance would be a win. Bikes and striders, I would recommend them holding their same push gear. And then when it comes to the bike stride for distance, we want them to either maintain that push gear or drop the gear as they need to back to base and then pick it back up as they maintain or increase RPMs. The final third block, they're going to start at flat road base, and then power walkers, they'll go to 5 and then 7% or greater. Joggers and runners from flat road base, 3, 5%. And then flat road, tread for distance. On the template, it says 3-minute tread for distance, but then it goes into a 30-second all out. So it's still 3.5 minutes. We just want to make sure they increase the intensity for the final 30. So power walkers, crank it back up 10% or greater. Joggers and runners, aim for 2 or more over their base speed. And definitely bikes and striders, if they're not there already, 6 gears over their base, and they get very uncomfortable. Okay, at the end of the 22.5-minute mark, marathon month, check their distance, but also what did they get in the block? Were they able to match or beat the previous block? Okay. Now, when we look at the weight floor, block 1 is 6.5 minutes, 3 movements, full body circuit. So ideally, they kind of flow from exercise to exercise. We're going to see a body weight lateral lunge to single leg hop, 5 on one side, 5 on the other. If lateral is bothering their knees, they could also do a reverse lunge to single leg hop. That way they still get a little bit of lateral glute stability with that step back and then they drive up off of one leg. That will then go into the dumbbell pullover to bodyweight bridge. So with the pullover, hips are down, arms are extended as they reach up and back. When the dumbbell is stacked over their chest, then they bridge up, back down. So just working on some upper back loosening as well as some hamstring and glute recruitment. Third movement, push up to alternating high side plank, which of course is a movement that we saw on the Monday upper body workout. There was also push-ups on the Tuesday workout from the BOSU. So we're looking for slow on the way down. 1, 2, pause, drive up, rotate. Of course, if that rotation bothers their shoulder, they could do a push-up and then maybe do a shoulder tap. So they still work on that stability work. They could drop down to their knees on that push-up as needed. They'll do that for 6.5 minutes. They should get about 2, maybe 3 rounds. When we move into the second block, this is the power block. Tempo is the focus, similar to the Tuesday, the 5th workout from the rower side, but now it's on the weight floor. So we're going to see one movement done at 2 different tempos, another movement done at 2 different tempos, and then they hit the row for a 200-meter all-out row. And then they'll repeat that entire sequence. The first movement is going to be a single arm split squat, the first 6 reps, slow tempo. So 3 counts down, pause, 1 count up, and then with the same weight on the same side, we're looking for 4 up to 8 more additional reps at an explosive tempo. Okay, so they're going to get anywhere from like 10 to 14 reps here. So I would encourage them to use a light/moderate weight. So that way it definitely feels heavy by the end. Okay, on the explosive tempo, they're looking for, 1, 2, 3, pause, and then drive up fast. Okay, they're going to do that on the left side, rest, do it on the right side, rest. Then they go to the next movement. The next movement is going to be a split stance, single arm, low row. Same thing though, first 6 reps are slow. So from that top position, 1, 2, 3, pause, and then control 1 count back up. And then the explosive tempo, it's going to be quick on the way up, slow on the way down. Still 10 up to 14 reps. So maybe light that first round and then go moderate to heavy. If you really want to challenge members on that slow tempo, maybe do slow both directions. So 3 counts up and 3 counts down. Really make it burn, really fight gravity. Definitely do that off mic for the people who are flying through it. When they head to the row, it's a 200-meter all-out row, and the goal is to match or beat their time. Anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute with this all-out effort. Definitely higher stroke rate, 8 to 10 out of 10 on that leg drive. Really explosive. They should definitely need to rest before they head back to the weight floor. With the built-in rest after each movement and the needed rest after the row, if they do it right, they'll probably see 2, maybe 3 rounds. The finisher is their choice of either a bodyweight push-up or a 30-second all-out row. Now, when we look at the 3G, we're going to see 2 blocks on the treads and on the rowers, 1 long block on the weight floor. Okay, on the tread side, similar to the 2G, we are going to see that 3-minute hill followed by the flat road 3.5-minute tread for distance. Okay, for block 1, it's actually block 2 from the 2G. So power walkers 4, 6, and 8, joggers and runners at their base 2, 4, 6, tread for distance. They'll have 90 seconds to recover, get back to base when they're ready, and then they start the next block, which will be flat road, and then 5 and 7 for power walkers, flat road, 3 and 5 for joggers and runners. And then 3-minute tread for distance into a 30-second all out. So that is, of course, the third block from the 2G. However, they far got block 1, can they match or beat in block 2? When we look at the rower, we're going to alternate between a time-based row in block 1 and then a distance-based row in block 2 with a Y-bell exercise, or med ball if you still have those. The goal here is to match or increase your distance on the all-out row in block 1, and then in block 2, maintain or decrease the time it takes to complete your row. So 45-second all-out row, use that stored program, and that's going to be paired up with the alternating halo. So weight starts at your chest, goes behind, pause in the middle, come back, 12 total reps. That's definitely an opportunity for them to let their legs recover because they're not doing anything from that lower body. They're just standing there. 6.5 minutes. Hopefully they get about 3, maybe 4 attempts in of the row. They might only get 3 rounds in of the Y-bell. Block 2, 200-meter all out. Match decreased time, and then Y-bell calf raise. So just goblet position here, going up on tippy toes, back down. Really focus on not only the squeeze at the top, but really slow on the way down. Try to get that stretch. And then they'll repeat that until the finisher. Weight floor. This is going to be a little complicated because there's going to be a lot of information on the screen, but they're going to see the same circuit from the 2G in block 1. They'll complete 2 rounds of that. After that, they go on to the tempo work from the second block of the 2G. So 2 rounds of lateral lunge to hop, pull over to bridge, push up to high side plank. 2 rounds. Then for the remainder of the block, they'll do the tempo work of the split squat and the single arm low row. Just like in the 2G, do the split squat, slow, explosive on the left, rest, do the right, rest, low row on the left, low row on the right, rest, and then they're back to the split squat. Their finisher is a 30 seconds of bodyweight push-ups. And there you have it. Your 3G for that day. Once again, Thursday, August 7th, repeat Saturday the 23rd. Any feedback, let me know. If you find value, information in the description. Other than that, coach it down.